good morning, and we're here at the Volga Research Farm, and in this segment we're going to have different colored signs. The signs will be red if the product is pre-emergence. If it's green with a star in front of it, it's early post-emergence, and if it's straight green, it's straight post-emergence. On this farm, all the water hemp is resistant to Roundup, and so keep that in mind as we go down through the treatments. We're going to see some really nice looking treatments here on this segment. On my right, we have the check here. We can see heavy weed pressure. We've got water hemp, lamb's quarter, giant foxtail, all in that plot. Definitely shortened corn because of the weed pressure and the drought conditions. On my left, Sure Start 2, atrazine, Resicor, post-emergence with some Durango or Roundup and additive. You know, look at that treatment compared to what you've seen in that check. Virtually perfect weed control. On my right here we have Acuron pre-emergence, followed by Callisto Extra and Roundup, doing an excellent job, very good weed control. On my left, we have Acuron, followed by Acuron post-emergence with Roundup. Again, reminding everybody on this farm, all the water hemp is resistant to Roundup. And so when we do see this great control, we know it's coming from products besides Roundup. On my right, we have the Lumax EZ. Pre-emergence, followed by the Acuron GT and atrazine or Atrex with some surfactants. We can see again very excellent weed control. On my left, we have the Verdict atrazine pre-emergence, followed with some Status atrazine, Power Max, and Residua for some residual. Excellent weed control in these plots. On my right, we start out with Resicor and atrazine pre-emergence, follow it with the Durango and Incinerate and additives. Again, perfect weed control, real good treatment to use. On my left, one of the cheapest treatments that we do have in the lineup, Harness pre-emergence, followed by Roundup and atrazine. And we can see here too, there's a couple of little water hemps that might be coming through, but the corn canopied and should keep them from developing into large weeds. On my right, Dual 2 Magnum pre-emergence, followed by Cinnate and atrazine with some additives. Real good weed control overall. A couple of little water hemps in the bottom there, but not bad. Here we have Dual 2 Magnum, followed by Impact Core and Power Max with some atrazine and additives. Again, very good weed control. Just a couple of little grasses in there, but not that are going to amount to anything. On my right, Dual Magnum pre-emergence, followed by Shield X and Power Max and some additives. Again, a treatment that's doing real good in there. We can see that the Dual Magnum probably didn't hold the grass as well early by some of the residual in the bottom there, but overall a very good treatment. On my left, I want to talk a little bit more about the Balance Flex and Harness Extra, because this treatment is totally pre-emergence. It's doing an excellent job of weed control at this site. We have these treatments also at our southeast farm near Beersford and our northeast farm near South Shore. On the South Shore farm, this treatment was rated a 0 because we had no moisture to activate that treatment, and the weeds came, and it has no kickback ability to get those weeds after they're up and going. And so again, a treatment program can look excellent at one spot, and we need to realize that maybe at other locations you have to modify and can't go with a planned treatment. On my right, we have Harness Max at 55 ounces. Now this is early post-emergence, followed by atrazine and Power Max. Again, with the dry conditions, the one pass where we got the moisture to get them activated really is looking good on this farm. On my left, we have the Harness Extra, followed by Loudus and Roundup post-emergence, along with additives, and doing a very excellent job. On my right, we have the Harness Max with the pine-atrazine, trying to give a little bit of residual longer in that pre-emergence, followed by more Harness Max with Roundup post-emergence, and very excellent weed control in that treatment. On my left, we have Fearless, followed by Catajon and atrazine with additives. Seeing a few grasses in the bottom there, but overall a very good treatment. On my right, we have Anthem Max, Callisto, atrazine, and Power Max, all early post-emergence. Did an excellent job here, and very good weed control given the situation here. On my left, we have Armazon Pro with atrazine and Power Max. Again, an early post-emergence. We got just a few little water hemps coming back in there, but doing a very good treatment. Our plots are all canopied here. You can see the corn is tall. I'm not, but doing very good for a year like this, and really shows you how even in a dry year, if timely rains are held, treatments can really look good. If you miss those timely rains, this year has really taught us that we need to be able to react quickly and follow up maybe with a post or an early post earlier than we figured, in order to save that crop and keep that yield potential as high as possible.